So in the demos today, I'm going to walk through a number of scenarios that fall into one of 5 categories as you see here. While this does not cover the entire spectrum of things that you might encounter, it does cover a great percentages of the areas you'll most often run into. So we'll focus on information from computer and hardware, networking, the registry, files and printers, and Active Directory objects. Just a quick reminder of the method I'll be using throughout many of the demos when gathering information. These you've seen me use in previous demos, so they should be familiar to you. For each demo, I'll most likely use get-command to find the command that I'm looking for. Use that as a way to search those out. Then I'll move to using help with the -examples parameter to see how to use the commands that I want to work with. And when I want to pull a specific piece of information from an object, I'll use get-member to view the available properties I can get from the output of the command. For most commands, I'll be using the get-verb. With get- we can find information about a lot of different things such as users, file folders, printers, a number of different things throughout our systems. In order to gather information about the OS and the underlying hardware on a local or remote computer, you need access to the Windows Management Instrumentation or WMI extensions in a Windows OS. WMI was built by Microsoft to allow access to information contained within the operating system. It's based on the Common Information Model, or CIM, which is an open standard that defines how managed elements in an IT environment are represented as a common set of objects, as well as the relationships between them. CIM was introduced in PowerShell version 3 to work with WMI. Prior to version 3 of PowerShell, we only had access via WMI commandlets such as get-WMI object. With version 3, this introduced us to CIM commandlets such as get-sim instance. Generally, they both provide us information, so which to use depend on what version of PowerShell you're running. If you're running pre-version 3, aka Windows 7 or 2008 R2, then continue using the legacy WMI commandlets. Otherwise, CIM commandlets are the way to go, as the WMI commandlets are now considered legacy by Microsoft and no future development will happen with them. When we access WMI information, we access the WMI repository. Within the repository are namespaces. The CIM version 2 is the namespace that contains the classes we're looking for to find information. The classes are things like Win32_processor that contain information we're looking for, like device ID and name of our processor. This information is stored as properties that are accessible from the objects output by the commands. So let's take a look at WMI in action and gather some information about a local computer.